Dexy, I know you're gonna kill this shit.
Yo, people, what you telling me back again for another footy talk? Lewis, how's it going, bro?
Aye, same shit, different week, innit? Literally could have said the exact same thing I said last week, except everything was even worse. Like, I thought the cup game was our worst game of the season. Now, we went back and we decided to just double up on that. We said we were going to change things up. We didn't. And we got bopped off the park. This time in more humiliating fashion than the last time. So, and I feel like there's going to be more games like this. Because without Nicholas Jackson, or without someone that brings what Nicholas Jackson brings to us in terms of ball carrying, in terms of being a problem for centre-backs, without that, we are so timid in the final third. And then, like, we still do this thing where, like, we won't press the opposition in the first phase, but we'll have a high line. And then that means you can get hit with a direct ball over the top and suddenly they're through already. 1-0. Just like that. Can't play out the back. 2-0. Levi Cole will be in a bitch. 3-0.
Yeah.
And that's the game. That's the game right there. Still no shots on target, or I think we got one shot on target in this game, but it's one in 2 matches at their stadium with a meaty Brighton side.
Yeah, it's not
So
looking
it's
good.
all just a bit disgraceful. I won't front. It's all just a bit
What do you
disgusting.
think? What do you think the main issue is?
Honestly, recruitment. Honestly, I feel like it mainly comes down to that. Like, everybody takes some accountability. Owners, sporting directors, manager, players, everybody. There's not a single aspect of the club where I'm like, you're right. And that's where my hope has just more deteriorated for this season. Because it's like the worst fears have been realized. These last 2 windows really were as bad as I thought they would be. Maybe a little bit worse. But we've reaped the consequences for that even earlier than I expected. Because as soon as we hit deadline day, both strikers out. Just like that. It couldn't be more poetic if you tried. You spend all window begging for a striker. They do nothing except Gorpak Garnacho for a month. And then as soon as you hit deadline day, both players get injured. And then Maresca comes out saying, oh, it was very unfortunate that we had to play on deadline day, because then it meant we weren't able to get reinforcements. We were able to get reinforcements the whole window because we all knew we needed a striker. Jackson was out of form and you weren't trusting Hiu like that. You only gave Hiu minutes because Jackson pulled off injured, and you still tried to play him through the injury. You still tried to play him through it in the West Ham game. And then here we go in this situation. João Felix, I am, every game I see Nkunku playing the 9, I am even more assured that João Felix could have given me more in that position. That brother is straight clueless. He just walks around and covers ground and doesn't do anything else. Palmer has not looked effective since Jackson's dropped off. Sancho is still touchline winger, no runners around him, so nothing's changed on that regard. Neto's still Tarek Lamptey's bitch, so nothing changed there. Like, Tyreek George literally came on and in one play managed to beat him one-on-one, something that Neto couldn't do all match. Caicedo, lucky not to get sent off. Colwell, like I said, disgraceful mentality. This brother will look at everybody except himself. But these are just the players. Ultimately, it comes down to the recruitment. 1.4 billion spent. I still need a standout goalkeeper. We still need an experienced centre-back. Forget even an experienced centre-back. We don't even have Fofana depth. And like, the more I think about it, the more I'm baffled about it, because like, you saw last season, we conceded the most goals out of a Chelsea squad in Premier League history. We had Poch trying to play a high line with the likes of Thiago Silva, Disasi, Badiashile. It wasn't working. And we still didn't think to get a fast centre-back, someone who could recover quickly. But we still want to do this high line. That comes down to recruitment, but it also comes down to Maresca, because why are we persisting with this when Fofana's still out? There's been enough games where we struggled in transition. Man City, Brighton. I can go further back. Ipswich. We were dying in transition playing Disasi at right back while we had 3 right backs on the bench. So that's why Maresca's also involved in all of this too. Still get another striker. All we did was spend 250 million to try and nuke our depth immediately and low-key weaken our Conference League squad. So now it's a position of, don't you dare fumble that trophy, because it's the only thing that I've got left at this point. With Man City getting Nico Gonzalez, I've lost so much hope in top 4. It's now a top 5 thing. I think City are just going to go strength to strength, and we're not going to go strength to strength while we don't have a striker. So I feel like ground's just going to keep getting built up now. Now I don't think we're going to get top 4. We've lost way too much ground on that regard. Well, it's all not good enough. It's all not good enough. Ultimately, the sporting directors have to go. Igbali needs to either change the model or he needs to dip. In terms of Maresca, look, I get it. You've got a rigid style of play, and these owners haven't given you the profiles that you need. I'm always going to be sporting directors out first before Maresca. But ultimately, this is getting a bit too Ange for my liking. A little bit too Ange. Where it's like, you see it's not working, but we're just doing the same thing. You said you were going to change things up for this game. You didn't change it. It was the exact same thing, the exact same results. Now we're going into a big 6-pointer in terms of the top 4 race with Aston Villa. I'm not confident at all going into that. But it's up to you to get us in a position to be formulating more chances. Because 1 shot on target in 2 games against Brighton is a disgrace. It's nothing else. It's a disgrace. And as much as I can be annoyed about the transfer window or about how you've been screwed over in terms of depth, them getting rid of the likes of Renato Vega, but also you chose to make Colwell untouchable, like he is even that guy. So you still have to hold accountability for that too. There is still enough that I need to look at you and say you need to do better with. Why is Sancho still picking the ball up on the touchline and being asked to beat 2-3 man before he can do something?
Yeah.
Why is Nkunku the one who isn't a 9, but you're going to play as a 9 over João Felix, who would offer me so many other options in the 9 position? Why are we still playing high? Why are we still playing high with a weak-ass press up top? Because that makes no sense to me. Like, what is a high block? And how is that meant to be effective? It's not. We've seen enough games, 1 ball over the top. Everyone's gawping over that Mitoma goal. He took it very well. Why is he allowed to take the ball down like that, though? Why? That's disgraceful. But again, overall comes down to recruitment. When we needed the centre-back, what did they do? They brought back Chalobah. What did they do for the midfield? These men brought in some random called Matisse Amugu just so they could send him back, so they could send him to Strasbourg in the summer as an Andre Santos replacement. We literally did more for our feeder club than we did for ourselves in January, knowing that top 4 was still in the balance. I can't explain to you enough how disgusting of a move that is. That's why for people who keep saying, oh, you've changed the energy, you're now focused on the owners. I always said I was going to be this season if I didn't get my targets. It's year 3. It's year 3 under Clearlake, or season 3. Why would it not be? When we didn't get top 4, we brought in a manager from the Championship. If he wasn't going to get me top 4, I'm not looking at him. He clearly needs more time. This is his first year in the Premier League. I'm looking at the people above that hired him and didn't bring him every single profile that he needed to succeed immediately. All these men did was, we'll go back to last season with this. They demanded top 4 from Poch, kept him all season, lowered the targets from 4th to 6th, then sacked Poch when he got 6th because he didn't get the targets of top 4. We didn't get a front of shirt sponsor because we couldn't get the UCL money. And then we decided to tell Maresca to tell everybody that top 4 isn't a target all season. Then suddenly, when these guys are getting all the pressure, everybody is back in the protest. Everybody's turning against Clearlake. Even the most patient man have turned. Now they've briefed Fabrizio Romano. Top 4 was always the target. Champions League was always the target. You liars. You absolute liars. Enzo Maresca is a mouthpiece for you lot. He is not going to say anything that deters away from your vision. And you have told him all season from August to tell him that we don't have any targets for the campaign after 1.4 billion spent. Get out the club. Get out the club. 3 seasons now you're trying to tell me without top 4, and it's acceptable. It's okay. It's all part of the process. No. When, like, you are about to overtake all the years that Abramovich spent out at the top 4, just in your time spent at the club. You're a joke. You have spent 1.4 million and you have the fan base begging you to spend another billion. Figure that out. And I'm not embarrassed to ask for more money. I don't care. These men are billionaires. I don't give a damn about their money. Fuck them. Go spend more money. You didn't spend this well enough. 1.4 billion, I still need a spine. You're a joke. Go spend some more money. But here we are. Looks like we're in a race for 5th now. And just hoping that can get me Champions League. Get in through the back door. And then we'll pretend that we progressed at the end of the season. Yeah, we got UCL if we get it. Fuck that. If I get UCL off 5th, well, I'll be glad I'm in the UCL, but I ain't flexing that as anything. That's nothing to me. You got 5th. Great. 3 seasons under you lot for me to get to 5th. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke.
No, it's mental, bro. Because when I look at how you lot started the season and what your goals were, and almost the optimism, and now man are talking about 5th, bro. Like, there's no way you should finish outside the top 4 with the squad that you had and the way that you started, bro. But I know man are saying it's the recruitment and that, but bro, just the depth of your squad. I don't think your squad should be finishing outside the top 4, period. Like,
I get it in terms of, like, this is where it also comes into Maresca, because you had depth that you chose not to use, or you used the wrong ones. Like, I don't get why we couldn't have tried Felix in the 9 at least once. I don't get it. And Kunku will play in the 9 and ghost Conference League games. In the Conference League, I will sit there in group stage matches and think, I barely noticed Nkunku. I won't front. He's not played badly, but like, he's not really impacted the game like that. And this is a guy that we're playing in the 9. João Felix, I know he's selfish, but whatever, man. He'll get the ball, he'll beat a player, he'll shoot. He'll shoot with some power behind his shot. Bring me that. He'll give me a little bit more off the ball. I know João Felix isn't the most defensive-minded player, but he has improved in terms of tracking back a little bit more. Give him an opportunity. We haven't tried that. The midfield, I'll be so real, he didn't ask for Dewsbury Hall. We didn't need to bring Dewsbury Hall. That's just a straight L from the ownership.
It just looks weird that Dewsbury Hall came in and he was someone he coached before. So the fact that he had nothing to do with it seems a bit odd.
You know what's even more odd? Mads Hermansson would have suited this club so much more and would have been such a positive impact to the squad, more than what Dewsbury Hall would have been. Because he gets the style of play that Maresca wants to play, and he's not an idiot in possession. But then I have to look at Maresca for just not having the balls to drop Robert Sanchez and letting it drag for so long. I know there's politics above him. I know he's a yes man. Ultimately, it should have got to a point where you thought, why am I playing this bum every week? He is literally a net negative, constantly costing me. But we decided to go for Dewsbury Hall. Even back to the João Felix situation. He weren't meant to be the striker. He weren't meant to be what we were meant to get anyway. We were meant to get a striker. But these guys were just thinking, we need to get rid of Gallagher by any means necessary. Let's go and get João Felix in the door. If you're going to do that, you still have to go out and get a second striker option. What did we spend all summer doing? Oh, Osimhen, are you sure you don't want to lower your wages? Oh, are you sure? But are you sure you're sure? Are you sure you're sure you're sure? This was our entire summer window. Just constantly pestering him like, yo, do you want to change your wages yet? Did you take 150? You sure you don't want to take 150? That was it. That was our whole window. Meanwhile, Tony's sitting there. Meanwhile, Gyökeres is sitting there. And we don't do nothing. We want to spend 60 million on Garnacho. You could spend 20 more million and go get me Gyökeres. If you're this desperate or this centered on getting Liam Delap, why are you waiting to the summer? It's Ipswich. It's Ipswich. Why are you waiting for them? Go and drop 60 million on him immediately and send Mark Kew on loan. Send him there for 18 months. Be like, if you want him after that, keep him.
Yeah.
Get like 18 million buy option to buy or something. There you go. You've made profit. I might as well be the fucking sporting director at this rate.
Yeah, even Duran, to be fair, he was what, 70 odd million euros or something.
I don't even know what price tag he would have been worth, but go and like make a punt for it at least. He didn't even do it. I'd like to the chat as well. I don't even know if Delap would be the game changer for us, but if that's the one that they want, go and get him. Go and get him and stop wasting our time looking at Garnacho shoot wide for 90 minutes and then telling people in briefings there's potential in the transfer. It's a waste. A waste of 2 windows, and this is why I've turned on them, because I maintained that last season Chelsea could have got top 4, Chelsea could have got a Carabao. We finished 5 points off 4th. No one is going to tell me otherwise. We could have got top 4. The problem is other teams have strengthened around us, and we haven't strengthened to the level that we thought we did. Nottingham Forest have strengthened. Bournemouth have got better. Newcastle have got better. Us, we've only strengthened left wing. That's the only area of the pitch that I can say that we've strengthened. We haven't strengthened anywhere. Neto and Noni is a mid-off. Dewsbury Hall didn't improve us. Felix couldn't get game time. Jorgensen couldn't get game time. Tosin is a free transfer that fits in perfectly with the centre-backs that we have. So if we got anything wrong, got the ownership wrong and got this depth wrong. And that's about it.
No, I hear it, bro. No, bro, you're not wrong, man. And are you optimistic for 5th then? Because I can't lie, bro. I can't believe this, blood. Like the way you man started the season, man had a little, I don't know, not really a title race, but man, like there was big excitement, and now you lot are deflated, fam. I can't even lie. My thing is, yeah, I think there's too many players at Chelsea not playing well, yeah, for it just to be on the players.
Yeah, it comes down to the manager as well.
That's my thing.
That's why, like, this is why I'm so dejected at this point, because I'm looking at every aspect of the club and just thinking, oh, we're fucked. At least until Jackson comes back, we're fucked. And it's mad. We are waiting for an out of form Nicholas Jackson to come back because this is how rubbed out we are in the final third. And the way that we play is just like I said earlier, we're getting a little bit Ange. We're losing key profiles, but we're not adapting to it. We're still going to play high up. We're still going to have Sancho on the touchline. We're still going to have no striker, no focal point. But we'll try and cross for days. So, yeah, it does come down to the manager too. I think he's been given a bad hand, but ultimately, 1 shot on target against Brighton is a disgrace. The way you handled a side that just lost 7-0 in their last league game is a joke. You've single-handedly reignited their confidence. Not to mention, it's the club that we've literally ransacked over the last 2 years. For half of their scouts, half of their recruitment team, 2 of their best players, and their bum third-choice goalkeeper, and their bum goalkeeping coach. We brought all of that in just to get dunked on twice. Twice in a row, in a week. So it comes down to the manager as well. It
has to be, bro. Because, bro, how do you get smoked by the same team here in the same week? There were no adjustments, bro. This is my biggest criticism of all these modern managers. Like, they're not flexible. There's no self-awareness. They've just got this ideology that football has to be played a certain way, and that's it. And they just die, bro. Like, how are you not adjusting? There's no way I'm playing the same team, yeah, in the same week. And it's getting worse, bruv. That's impossible.
The maddest thing is, right, I also think he got kind of let down as well by the Noni injury, which says a lot, by the way. Says a damn lot. But Noni was literally, without Jackson, the only man that you're going to have that's probably going to try to run in behind and run direct towards the goalkeeper. Now you just got Neto doing that wing play and just getting dunked on by Tarek Lamptey to a point where he's scared to take him on in aerial duels. Like, bro, you're not tall, but you're taller than him. And you don't even want to face him off in an aerial duel. You're a joke. You're a joke. Sorry, like all the protection and the time stuff, dead now. Start getting me some results. Sancho is still picking up the ball wide. And Nkunku's a ghost. Palmer's he's struggling without Jackson, personally. But even then, like, selfish moments, there was a time where he got the ball. Neto had all the space on the left-hand side. He went for a shot and he didn't even get on target. Not even on target. Like, I'm at a point where, you know what, you might have to start Tyreek George just because he's probably going to be the only winger that we have that runs directly at the goalkeeper. And I kind of need that dynamism.
Yeah, but again, do you trust your manager to take the risk and play him, though?
No.
Exactly. Because even this Renato Vega stuff, remember, guys, before he left, I said, yo, why are they getting rid of him? He's a good player. I'll take him at Man United. And then now I'm seeing that he's performing. It's just like, bro, why would you let Vega go, bro?
It's because he wanted to be a centre-back. We don't really see him as that. We see him as the Swiss Army knife player that can play in multiple positions. But seeing as he's starting for Portugal at centre-back, he wants to cement himself in that role so he can cement himself for international duty as well. So I'm guessing like the loan period is just for him to prove that he can play in that role. Even though like we had to wait till near deadline day to get to that point because we were trying to sell him because let's go flip some players and make some more money. That's what matters a little bit more than actually developing players for our first team. But thankfully it got to this point where he's on loan at least. He needs to come back in the summer and be our starting left centre-back. Unless Badiashile walks in and shows me the Badiashile of old. Because it can't be Colwill. Colwill is weak as hell. He might be a good centre-back in a few years' time. For now, he's a problem. Probably the worst mentality in the whole team. I was seeing this guy jogging back in transition from a corner. When you got man like Cucurella busting a gut, Caicedo busting a gut, Chalobah busting a gut. This guy, brisk little jog, like he's doing a warm-up. You're in game. You soft guy. And then he's on the floor over a weak-ass push, begging for a foul. And we concede the third goal in the position that he should be in. This guy is soft. This guy is too soft for my backline. He's the sort of man who gets choked in the bedroom. Get rid. Put him on the bench.
I hear it.
He should not be starting for this club right now. He's the one that's untouchable is insane to... Actually, how is it even insane when Robert Sanchez is too? I don't know. But here we are. We are.
Facts.
Brothers gotta get dropped.
I know, bro. Listen, I've never been a fan of Colwell. He's shit, bro. People are like, oh, yeah, he's good at passing out from the back. Bro, do me a favor, bro. He's shit, bro. Like, I big up for the super chat as well. And yeah, bro, this is how I feel, yeah. Bro, this is how I feel about Man United fans as well. Because man saying Poch finished 6th. Went to FA semi, Carabao final. Maresca set to achieve none of this. Chelsea fans don't mind him starting next season as manager because football's pretty. But, bro, it's the same as Amorim, bro. Like I said, if Gareth Southgate or Thomas Frank or any of these guys came in, yeah,
there, please.
If any of these guys came in, yeah, and they were currently on the run that Ruben's on, yeah, bro, they wouldn't even wait till next season. They would have wanted him sacked weeks ago. I'll be honest, and this is what it is. But it just is what it is, bro. Like I've just deeped it. Managers, we're in the era of stan culture, bro. That's all it is.
Man, and revisionism.
These men don't want to sack Amorim just because they like him. Not because what he's doing is acceptable, because they like him, they're willing to overlook it. And this is what it is. These men don't know how to keep the same energy. They don't know how to. So it's one of them ones where I was surprised, but pleasantly surprised when Chelsea sacked Pochettino, because I was like, yo, they're showing that, yo, cool, where man finished ain't good enough, even though he was on an upward trajectory towards the end of the season because he finished strong. The fact that they still sacked him, I was like, you know what? They seem like they're on stuff. But
and that's why they got another season from me. That's why I said, like, Clear Lake, sporting directors, you lot have tanked this season solely by hiring Poch, but you fired him. Fine, I'll give you one more chance.
Yeah, you redeemed yourself.
They brought in a manager from the Championship and they didn't strengthen the squad. That's on them. Now, Pochettino, at this point last season, had me in 11th place on 32 points. We are still above that in every available metric possible. See that? That's where we were this time last season for everybody doing this Poch revisionism. Oh, but he made it to an FA Cup semi-final. When did we get to a point as Chelsea fans where we are here glorifying making it to Wembley? This was what I cussed out Poch for last season. talking about how getting to Wembley was a great achievement. This was one of his words. This was one of his words. Now, people think it's because the football is pretty. It's not because the football's pretty. No, it's because Clear Lake are in their 3rd season. The sporting directors are in their 2nd season and a half. And they haven't strengthened from the squad that should have finished 4th last season. They should have finished 4th. So now what? People are saying it's only because the football is pretty. No, it's disingenuous as hell. It's disingenuous as hell. Hold up. Man is saying that was the 22-23 table. Cool. Let me get the 23-24 table up. That's my bad. Oh, we're only 10th. Sorry. 10th. On 35 points. Sorry.
Either way. Do you know what I mean?
Sorry. Same thing. Same thing. I got the season wrong, my bad, but the points total weren't any different. So
that's it.
What weren't the answer? Maresca, look, he is really, really pissing me off the last couple months. Don't get it twisted. And I have called him out for it too. Man acting like it's just a trust the process thing. No, ultimately, you have to change things up when you haven't got the correct tools. But it's now got to a point where I've got to look above you. And I said from the minute Poch got sacked that I was going to be looking above the manager this season. Because now I have to. It's another season. This is why a lot more people have turned against the ownership now. Because it's just simply put, another season of this garbage. You can't look anywhere else. You can't. So anyone doing this Poch revisionism, this brother had 5 good, no, not 5 good games. He had a run of 5 wins with 2 good games. And it took us till game week 36 to get into the top 6. If this is the guy that you want to champion, don't talk to me about standards. Don't talk to me about expectations while you back the most rubbed out Chelsea manager in our lifetime.
I hear it. I completely hear it, bruv. You're not lying. And also, no, Iceman, you're spot on. Like, listen, anyone championing a manager that's got us 15th in the league, yeah, needs a slap. And this is the reality, but these men ain't got no standards.
Now, they also think everything's just cut and dry. Because like you'll be cussing out Amorim and they'll be like, oh, Rance is Amorim out now. Rance, oh, are you Ten Hag in again, mate? Is it Ten Heisenberg again and all of that? That's exactly what it's going to be. You just criticize somebody who deserves it because you are 15th. You should never be 15th. But you criticize someone like, oh, your manager out now. Your manager out now. It's just room temperature level IQ. That's why I've spent all week just arguing with man. Like, just the revisionism drives me insane. But I guess it's both of us.
Yeah, but bro, this is the problem with social media in general, isn't it? Because it's like I see something online, yeah, on Twitter, like, and it made me laugh because it's 100% spot on, yeah. Like at school, yeah, they separate the classes in terms of intelligence because the truth is, yeah, a lot of these people, I'm not supposed to be anywhere near them. I hear it. Yeah, bro. You know, like that, like big man thing. Like,
you know how man from the top set never know anyone from the bottom sets and all that?
Of course not. Like, bro, you know what it is? Social media is like school, but everyone's in the same class. It's like I'm not supposed to know you exist. Do you know what I mean? I'm not supposed to know your opinions. Woo! Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, we were never meant to cross paths, bro. Ever. Do you get it?
My goodness, this is what it is.
And like, bro, like these people, I should never be having any formal conversation with you because you shouldn't exist in my world. You shouldn't exist. And this is what it is. So when you're having certain conversations, yeah, and you've got these idiots here, it's like you should not be here. You shouldn't be in this class. And this is why you can't have certain conversations with certain people, bro. And this is why you kind of got to know when to just bow out. You have to know when to bow out. I've started using
the block button so much more now. Because sometimes it's like, you know what? You're just too dumb for me to just try and like.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I can't be bothered to block. Get out of it.
Yeah,
man.
Bro. Like, bro, it's a fact though. Do you know what I mean? In walks of life, they separate people for a reason, bro. Not everyone's just supposed to integrate. It's not supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Like in certain classes, you're doing certain stuff you wouldn't do in other classes, bro, because too advanced for you. Different conversations are being had. Like not every conversation's for everyone. And this is what it is. So when you're trying to have nuanced conversations, yeah. So when you're trying to have nuanced conversations, yeah, with ABC 1, 2, 3 dons, yeah, shit's gonna go sideways. They get frustrated because they don't understand. Do you know what I mean? And then you end up arguing with them, and then we both look like idiots. This is what happens. We both look stupid.
I swear that is so factual, man. That's like one of the best bars I've heard in a minute, man. Twitter is literally like mixing. It's like school assembly, innit? With the whole year group. Except usually you have all the top sets in the front row and that, and you put all the dumb a lot in the back. So you don't really have to hear them like that. Now you just merge them all together.
But the difference is in assembly, yeah, the only people that talk are the people up front, bro. Imagine school assembly, yeah, and everyone sat together. Do you know what I'm saying? And everyone and the people sitting down were taking the assembly, bro. It'd be fucking nonsense, bro. Do you know what I mean? And this is what social media is. It's just a mixed class, bro. And there's no order, bro.
No teachers, no nothing. It's just, oh, here's the keys, man.
It's insanity, bro. It's actually insanity. Like, big up Final Whistle. He said, Arance, Amarin's not helping himself. This helpless facade he's presenting is infuriating. When I saw him looking at the floor versus Spurs acting clueless. Yeah, bro. The bro looked like he was praying, bro. Like, the game's on. Man's looking at his shoes, cuz. Like, I couldn't believe it. And you know what infuriates me, yeah, about what the manager's doing? He's going on like he didn't know what he was coming into. And you know what it is, yeah? Gary Neville, social media, they've brainwashed Man United fans into thinking that the Man United players are the most unprofessional players. They're the most untrustworthy players. You always hear the saying, these guys have sacked loads of managers. Bro, these players have kept a lot of shit managers in jobs way longer than they deserve to be.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah, that's fine.
Martial and Pogba kept Jose Mourinho in a job for like 6 months, bro. At least. Scott McTominay kept Eric Ten Hag in a job, along with a few people, maybe a whole year longer than he should have been in a job. But Oli got kept in a job by Paul Pogba and Bear Man, that Bruno Fernandes. Why are we trying to make it look like
Brilliance FC era?
Bro, we've been individual brilliance FC post Van Gaal, bro. So when these men are talking like, bro, Marcus Rashford scored a penalty in France and he got Oli a professional full-time contract at Man United manager that he probably never should have got in hindsight. He should have just stayed interim. So they've brainwashed the public to believe that these players are unprofessional and they throw managers under the bus. And the truth is, it's the opposite. The opposite. Even now, yeah, if I'm being honest, yeah, Man United players should have thrown Amorim under the bus ages ago. They should have. Because he's killing them, bro. 9 losses out of 13. If I was in that dressing room, fuck me. Hey, I'd have been like, man, them, are you seeing this? This is nuts. Like, what are we doing today? That's what I'd be like. What? I'd have been saying to them, yeah, what? Yeah, man for man? Nah, I'm not doing it, bro. I'll be real. I'd have said, man, them, yeah, mid-block today, fam. We're not losing.
Changing the tactics, I hear that. I remember the old guard doing that to Villas-Boas.
Yeah, but that's
Terry bro. Like, yo, we ain't playing high anymore. Drop back.
But you see what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. But John Terry's from the school that I'm from. It's like, if we're losing, we are the ones that are losing. Do you know what I'm saying? So we have to take it upon ourselves to not lose, bro. Because we as the players are the ones that are getting cooked here when we lose, bro. A man is saying we're not trying and we're shit. We are trying, but you're asking us to do something that's out of our remit. So now we're getting cooked for it. And people are saying we're shit, we're not adapting to the manager. No, we tried and it's not working, bro. And we understand we have a duty to the fans to win games. So now we're just gonna do it our way, bro. That's it. Because I'm not losing. Do you know what I'm saying? And if you want to punish me,
integrity back in the day compared to now for that.
Nah, but you know what it is, yeah. This era of football players, yeah, and in just generation in general, yeah, they're always looking for someone to blame. Yeah, they'll just be like, "Oh, it's okay, we can lose. We just blame the manager, bro."
We look back to Colwell.
That's it. In the days of John Terry, Frank Lampard, and Drogba, and them, man, yeah, it wasn't about that. It wasn't about we'll blame it on so and so. Flat out, they're like, we're not winning. I mean, we're not losing. We refuse to lose, bro. Like, fuck it. Like, they take shit into their own hands. They're men, bro. These men here, they're not men, bro. They might as well be machines. They might as well be robots. They might have got no pride. Do you think I could be going out there, yeah, and losing every single week at Old Trafford as well? Not even on the road, at home, in front of 80,000 people. They got no fucking pride, bro.
That's the thing. At least you guys have a bit of experience and leadership about you guys. With us, it's just they're all fucking kids, or like they're all under the age of 24. Bar Tossin, who's still not even in the squad. They're just gonna follow the leader without a leader. You guys, you at least have the leadership within there.
Yeah, but the thing is, yeah, our most senior players are Casemiro, who he doesn't play, Eriksen, who he doesn't play. Bruno's the only one, and Bruno's shit. So. And he's the least organized one out of everyone. He's the most headless one. Do you know what I mean? So there ain't gonna be a revolution like that. Do you know what I'm saying? If Cass was playing and it was Cass and Ugarte, and then man said, yo, we're gonna chill, and said to Delit and Mazraoui, yo, we're gonna chill, we'd be all right. Because the truth is, yeah, we're losing these games because of the manager, not because of the players. But a lot of people they don't want to admit it, but it's the truth.
I'm guessing you're in a position where you're critical of the manager, but you're gonna wait till he gets the summer window. I'm guessing.
Nah, bro. I wouldn't even give him the summer window. I'll sack him in the summer, bro. Unless he does something. Unless he does something absolutely breathtaking, I'll sack him in the summer, bro. Because he's showing me that he's incompetent. This is it. I don't think he's earned a summer window. I don't think he's earned one. And this is the reality, bro. Like the summer is the best time, yeah, to go get someone else. That's it. People saying sack him now. What's the point? Like, win 2 cup competitions still. If he goes and wins both of them, then we've got a conversation. But at the moment now, yeah, he's fighting for his job every single week. That's how I am if I'm the owner. Do you know what I'm saying?
Fair enough. I hear it. The mindset.
Every single week he's fighting for his job.
Like it does get to a point where you look at the results and you look at the position that you're in the table, and you just gotta think, look, I get all the situations surrounding it, but it's just not acceptable what we're doing. That's why I'm looking at Maresca funny now, because it's 2 wins in 10. Yeah. With some of the opposition that we've had.
2 wins in 10.
Yeah, you see? That's not good.
Shit.
Against man like Ipswich, man like Fulham, Brighton twice, Palace. That's not good.
Damn.
That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at him like Villa. I know that's going to be a massive game for you, but you have Leicester and Southampton after that, mate. Yeah, you have Leicester and Southampton. That had better be 6 points. They're both at home too. You're not traveling. You're playing at home.
Yeah.
Don't deliver me any less than 6 points. Don't do it.
Yeah.
But hey, ball's in your court now. There's no way you can bring me the Brighton level performances in those 2 games. Oh, it's 2 in 11. Oh, brother. I thought it was just 10. Oh, safe, guys.
That's crazy, you know. That's actually crazy. That's nuts. And yeah, guys, I would love to see, yeah, what was Ralph Rangnick's run as Man United manager like? What was his record in terms of matches? Because bro, the way these men got into Ralph, yeah, and I feel like Amarim's doing worse than Ralph, blood. But I ain't got the numbers. Man said, Janobi Mikel said 2 wins in 10. Roman would have landed the helicopter, and the manager would have been gone. I'm not calling for the sacking, but it's crisis. It's not right. What's going on at this club? He's right.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like, look, there's a lot more for me to not get to manager out yet, but I'm looking at you really, really funny. I'm not going through the whole, no, it's not the manager's fault. It's everybody else's fault. No, come on. Like, let's look at some of the opposition that we've had. There's been games that should have been winnable. Now, there's games where the players have let you down. There's games where it's come down to bad recruitment. But fuck me, there's been games where it comes down to you as well. Games like Ipswich, you played the Sassy at right back when we had 3 right backs on the bench. Not 1, not 2. We had 3. And the Sassy lasted 80 minutes starting on the right-hand side. That's on you. That's on you. Getting out-coached by Marco Silva. That's on you. The 2 Brighton games. That is on you. The high line with no press. That is on you. Failing to take advantage of situations where we are 1-0 up in games and like adding pressure in games like Man City. That comes down to you. That comes down to you. See, TTM, I can't even argue that one down. But look, let's get past the Ipswich and Southampton, Leicester and Southampton games, because that's going to tell us even more. That's going to tell us so much more. But even then, guys, I'm sorry. I cannot see another manager get sacked under these sporting directors. I cannot. I refuse to see it. There is no way them 2 bums can be in the market for another manager. No way. Get rid of the sporting directors first. And if 2 + 2 = 4 and the new sporting director says, I don't want Maresca, fine, go back him. But sporting directors have to be gone first.
I hear you.
I will be fuming if I get a club statement from Maresca and not the sporting directors. If it's even all 3 in the same one, I'll feel like we've wasted the season, but you know what? I've got rid of the sporting directors. Fine. I want, like, Maresca ain't done enough for me to like die on the hill like that. But it has to be further above than him. It has to be above him first. And then everything else.
Fuck me, bro. I hear it. Hey, bro, listen, Ralph Rangnick's record, yeah, is looking better than Ruben Amorim's, man. Listen, I wish we could get a draw under Amorim, bro. I swear down, I feel like we have a win or we lose. Like, Ralph actually did better.
Yeah, I think he just gave you home truths I don't think the club were ready for at that point.
Yeah, but bro, listen what I'm saying. Man United fans were talking like Ralph was the worst thing that ever happened to the club in terms of the record, bro. That's what the man said.
Oh, over that record?
Yeah, bro. 10 wins, 7 draws, yeah, and 7 losses, yeah. Them man talked about it like he was an epic failure, bro. But he's doing better than Ruben.
It's like the worse manager you get, the lower the standards get. We've noticed this at Chelsea. Potter to Pochettino to Maresca.
But this is the point, bro. It's like the further away we get from where we were, the lower the standards get, bro. And it's infuriating, bro. Because it's like these men accept more and more and more. And they accept more and more from the wrong people, bro. Do you know what I mean? They never had patience for the one manager, yeah, that actually was good for us, yeah, with Van Gaal, yeah. And they had more and more patience, yeah, for everyone. They had more and more patience for everyone, yeah, post Van Gaal, which is fucking annoying, bro.
I will say it's part of the reason why I do have a bit more patience for Maresca as well, because he's at least shown me something in the first half of the season. It's not like Poch where it was 5 points in our first 5 games, the easiest start of the season out of everybody.
But what do you think that's changed between then and now?
a mixture of things. So first, Nicholas Jackson's form has just fell off a cliff. That's the first one. Then we've nuked our depth or not brought in enough depth, which means the likes of Enzo and Caicedo are just playing game in, game out, game in, game out. Lavia and Fofana, they're both very crucial to the way that we play. And we haven't brought in the right replacements for both of them. Poor recruitment in general. And the manager just being a bit stubborn in games too, where it's like, he ain't going to change anything till like 70, 80 minutes in most matches. So then you get the players that are getting even more tired, even more gassed out. And then you bring in the changes, and it's too late for those players to even come in and do anything for those matches. João Felix will get 10 minutes and do nothing because it's only 10 minutes. You will barely even get that. So like it becomes a mixture of things. You'll have games where it comes down to the players like Bournemouth. We should have been 4-0 up over Bournemouth at half-time. Just kept missing chances after we went 1-0 up. Crystal Palace, we had 15 shots, 1 on target. Not good enough. But then you have games that comes down to the manager, like your Ipswich games, like the Brighton matches, like the Manchester City games. So it's just been a complete collapse overall. And it actually came at the right time because there was a window to act, and we didn't act. We just sat there and did nothing. Should we get Garnacho or not? Well, Tell. We were thinking of spending 60 million on Tell. People think, oh, yeah, it's because like we actually had the money. No, we tried offering Nkunku to you lot. We tried offering Nkunku to what's his name, Bayern as well. But because we're so deluded, we actually thought his price tag went up. We tried asking for 60, 65 million for Nkunku. Where did his price tag go up? What did he do at Chelsea for his price tag to go up? We barely noticed him, even in Conference League matches. So, like, recruitment, late substitutions from the manager, and inability to change things up. Nicholas Jackson dropping out of form. The manager's inability to change things up, impacting the fatigue levels of the players because they're playing like 80, 90 minutes in a row, especially through the Christmas period too. That plays a part. Low-key, the A-B team as well has also kind of played a part because man from the B team have barely played with the A team. So they don't really have an understanding like that. So then like there's no real cohesion when you mix them together in games like Ipswich away. So all in all, it's just been really, really poor management of the season. And for Maresca, it's like all the tweaks that you made in games in the first half of the season, he's just stopped doing it. He's just stopped. And I that's what I don't get. I don't get where that's happened. I've seen games where we've changed the zones that we're attacking in the second half. I've seen games where we've switched the wings. I've seen games where we've switched centre backs to like try and isolate wingers a bit more. I haven't seen us do anything like that now. And that's the only baffling one to me because like, as the manager, you could at least do that.
Yeah, but what do you think he's out of ideas or like he just don't he don't really trust what he's got?
Both. I think he's a little bit out of ideas because we had 2 games against Brighton with no striker. We did the same thing and died the same way. But also, he hasn't got the tools. I don't think he's got the right tools to play his style of play too. But you have to adapt. Or what is the difference between you and Ange? What is the difference? I say the same thing with Ange. I think Ange, with all of his players, could be a good manager. Without it, he's just dying on his sword.
Yeah, but all of these guys need to adapt. That's the same thing I see about Ruben Amorim and all these other guys, bro. It's like, I don't know. I feel like these modern managers are bare entitled. Like, it's just like, you're not supposed to have all your own players, bro. And if you do have all your own players, yeah, you have to earn that right, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, as a manager, you end up having all your own players when you earn the right to be there over like 3 seasons. Like, how many managers can say they had their own players in the history of football? Only the good ones. Because you have to earn that. Sir Alex Ferguson had all his own players. Wenger had all his own players. Moyes had all his own players at Everton because he was there long enough to have all his own players. But you have to earn the right to be there.
And you see, here's the thing. Maresca apparently won the Chelsea job based off his interview because he came in with like the most detailed analysis on every single individual player in the Chelsea squad, all of their pros, all of their cons, and how to get the best out of them. It's time. It's time now. We need you to get the best out of these lot. 2 wins in 11. 2 wins in 11. Oh, don't get me started on the summer series. Oh, fucking hell. But yeah, 2 wins in 11. That's terrible. That is terrible. I remember 2 years ago, I was near Potter out because he got, I think, was it 2 wins in 14 or 16 or something stupid like that? Getting dangerously close to that. Dangerously close with opposition that you should have been beating. So, boy, busy 3 weeks ahead for you, mate. And you've got a weekend off too because we're now out the FA Cup. So, make the most of it. Make the most of it.
No, I hear it. Be up, Kev. He said Fabrizio saying Ineos are going to back Amorim in the summer.
Oh, he said the same garbage about Maresca. Like, this guy's just brought out.
Bro, they have to say that shit. You know them ones there, bro. There's a lot of games to play. Bro, you know it's February, right? Because a lot of people talking like the season's nearly done. Have you noticed that?
Yep. You know, we're talking about having a busy summer. You know, the sporting directors told us there was a big 4-window plan when they first took over in January. January, not in January, January 2022. This January is window number 5 of that 4-window plan. And the plan is maybe top 4, maybe not top 4, and wait till the summer because we're going to have a busy window ahead. This is window 6. Out of your 4-window plan. Leave.
Yeah.
I don't get how the owners aren't seeing it. This is 1.4 billion of your money. And we still haven't got a squad capable of going for the title. But let's brief Fabrizio now that top 4's a target because all of the pressure's on Clear Lake now.
Yeah.
Still in a position where I don't think Clear Lake can sell up. But you know what? I'll back the Clear Lake out movement solely because it's putting pressure on them and it might facilitate some change. Fuck it. Why not? Because it might cause something. This whole, but they might not leave. I don't know whether they're the problem or they're the priority of the sporting directors or not. Now, whatever, man. Throw them all under the same carpet and just run the Clear Lake out thing. Because if it means that they sack the sporting directors, cool. If it means that we actually have a window where we bring in some reinforcements, cool. If it means that we change the model, cool. But it seems like now you're going to have to run Clear Lake out to get to that point. So cool, I'm with it. I don't care. Chelsea first. Chelsea first. I don't give a damn. This season was make or break for them. They broke. They broke.
Facts. Hey, you lot, let's get these likes up, man. Like 1,300 in here, 600 target. Only got like 300. So let's get it up. And yeah, bro, these men are talking like it's fucking April, bro. It's February, bro. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of football to be made. So I don't want to hear nothing about backing manager in the summer and that, bro. There's a lot of shit that can happen between now and the summer, bro.
There's a lot that could have happened in January. Man City have just embarrassed everybody. I don't know who's there. I don't know who's there. City's there like, shut your mouth, 4 signings. There's my Rodri replacement. There's some more goal threat in Marmoush. And there's options for the future in our back line with Kuzanov and with Victor Rice. That's how you rebuild a team in one window. Man City constantly dunking on the rest of the league. This is meant to be their worst season, and they look like they could have a little push at second place. Go on. I'm at a point where, you know what? Go on and do it. Embarrass all of us because we all deserve it.
Yeah, I think they're going to...
They were talking about City collapsing, and they've just respawned like this in 1 month. Oh, I don't know who's out there in the market. Marmoush was there. Was there. Didn't even go for him. Santi Jimenez was there for 30 mil. Didn't even try to go for him. Nothing. Nobody did anything. City constantly showing how a club should be run. Constantly showing it. 100%. That's why I don't have too much hate for City. Because I look at them and it's like, you man are everything we should be. Everything we should be. Even in the Roman era, I don't even want to bring it back that far. And I'm not trying to do the whole revisionism of, oh, the Roman era wasn't as great towards the end, because as much as it wasn't, man still won trophies, man still confirmed top 4, and we're in our 3rd season under Clear Lake. There's no point deflecting to the Roman era anymore. You've rebuilt the team. The problem is you haven't rebuilt the team well enough.
Yep.
But City, they show you how to build a dynasty. City show you how a dynasty should be built and how you build an empire that's lasts for decades. All due respect to the Roman era, I don't even think we did it to the City level. I don't think we did it to the City level. And that's why I always look at them and I'm just like, they do it the way we should. We should, but here we are.
No, I hear it. No, you're 100% spot on. Hey guys, let's get these likes up. I'm gonna redirect to Lee Gunner. You know what I'm saying? The usual Tuesday. What you got coming up as well, bro, this week?
It's Capital Conflict. So I've got Northside Mics. I've got Jay coming on the channel as well. So yeah, we're gonna keep venting over there live at 6 p.m. So keep a lookout, guys. And yeah, great to be back on. It's been very therapeutic.
Come on, bro. You know what I mean? Hey, guys, make sure you subscribe to Lewis's channel. You know the links in the title. Yeah, I'll see you guys over on Lee Gunner's channel, and then we're back here at 5:30 with Don, and then 6:30 with Flawless, guys. So big up everyone inside, and yeah, man, I'll see you guys over on